Good morning, all. First of all, I welcome you all to the Department of Physics, SNGS College, Pattambi. Today we discuss about your course structure and the syllabus of our core course. For the BSc degree in physics, you have to study different courses that are broadly classified into common courses, core courses, complementary courses, open courses, and audit course. Here, the two courses, that is English and additional language. The additional language may be Arabic or Hindi or Malayalam or Sanskrit. These two language courses is termed as common courses. And your main course, that is termed as core course, that is physics. And you have to come across two complementary courses that are mathematics and chemistry. Here, mathematics is the compulsory complementary course. And the other course is open course. As the name it is open course. That means a student from physics can opt a course from other departments. Maybe from chemistry or botany, zoology, or from Sanskrit, Malayalam, Arabic, or physical education, etc. you have to select one course from the other department. There must be a provision for selection. The open course must be selected from different department. No students can be select a course from our own department. And these courses, the courses given in the table have its own credits. It must be used for grading purpose, and there is another course that is known as audit course. Although it has some credit, but it does not used for credit calculation. But a student must have passed the audit course. In the 3-year course, it is divided into 6 semesters. In the first 4 semesters, you have to come across with common course, core course, and 2 complementary courses and the audit course. In the 4 semesters, you should have at least one paper or one course from the core and each complementary. The open course comes in 5th semester. In the first 4 semester, you should have audit course. Then we go to the details of our course, that is physics. In our core course, in first semester, you should have one theory paper, that is 2 hours per week, and there is one practical, that is also 2 hours per week. In the second sum also, you have the same pattern, that is in the second sum also you should have a theory paper. For that, 2 lectures per week, and there is a practical session of 2 hours in a week. In the third semester, you should have one theory paper. It has 3 hours per week and one practical session of 2 hours per week. And in the fourth semester, you have the pattern as of third semester. That is, you have in the fourth semester, you have a theory paper of 3 lectures per week and a practical session of 2 hours per week. From the fifth sum onwards, you have only core purpose and open course. In fifth sum, only you should go through the open course. And in the last 2 semesters, that is in the fifth and sixth semester, you should not have any languages or any complementary papers. But you should have 4 theory papers and 2 practical papers and 1 open course. And in the sixth semester, you should come across a project work instead of the open course. In sixth semester, you have 4 theory papers, 2 practical papers, and a project. This is your course structure in the 3 years. Now we go to the details of our theory paper in the first semester. The title of the first semester paper is Mechanics 1. In the second semester, you should come across its second paper, that is Mechanics 2. In the first semester, for the core course, you should have a 36 hours of lecture. For the mechanics course, the outcome required. First one is the understand and apply the basic concepts of Newtonian mechanics to physical systems. And the second outcome, understand, apply the basic idea of work energy theorem to physical system. And the third one is understand and apply the rotational dynamics of rigid bodies. For the first part, the class session allotted are 16 hours, and for the second one, 8 hours is allotted, and for the last outcome, 12 hours are allotted. The textbook mentioned for the syllabus is by Daniel Kleppner. The title of the book is An Introduction to Mechanics, first edition. It is the textbook. Textbook is An Introduction to Mechanics by Daniel Kleppner. And there is A reference book also mentioned, that is Mechanics in the Berkeley Physics course. Now we go to the details of the syllabus. The syllabus is classified into 3 units. Here there is 3 course outcomes, that each outcome is grouped into a unit. That is, the first unit is Newton's laws. There is some differences in the topics for our core course. Up to your 12 classes, when we going to discuss some law, you should come across the statement and explanation of that law or theorem, and then the application. Here in our syllabus, the main aim of this topic is to teach you apply the basic concepts of Newtonian mechanics into physical system. Every one of you is familiar with Newton's laws, but from here you should come across how to apply these laws in different practical situations. Just look at here. An astronaut in space. It is a physical situation. Then we have to discuss the importance of Newtonian mechanics in that case, and the astronauts tug of war. Another example, freight train. And it must be familiar to you, that is a block on a string, and another whirling block, conical pendulum. And then we go to the gravitational force and the gravitational field. In that, there is an interesting example, that is a turtle in an elevator. And here In the discussion of contact forces, an example of a block and string and a dangling rope, a whirling rope, and in the case of normal force, and you should have come across linear restoring force and a spring and block and the equation of simple harmonic motion and spring and gun, then the bola and drum major's baton, and in the discussion of conservation of momentum, you should come across a spring gun recoil. It is about the first unit. And in the second unit, work energy. And the third unit is angular momentum. These three units have to complete in the first semester, and then about the evaluation in the university system. As in your +2 or higher secondary levels, the evaluation scheme composed of internal evaluation and external evaluation. A 20% of the total marks in each course are for internal evaluation. Here, in each semester, the colleges must upload your internal to the university website. The colleges shall send only the mark obtained for internal examination. Your internal mark is composed of 4 components. The different components are: first one is classroom participation based on attendance. I will explain that. And the second is test paper. Test paper 1 and 2. And assignment, seminar or viva. According to the credits of the paper, the internal mark may be out of 20 or 15 in your case. And the first component, classroom participation based on attendance. If a student physically present in a class, you should get attendance. That means that you are present in the class. But the 4 mark here or the 3 mark here, that is given to the classroom participation. That includes how the student perform in the classroom. In a teacher taking a topic, you know that every teacher should ask some question when taking a new topic. To ensure that you are listening the class. At that time, some of the students should aware, or they should very enthusiastic. Every teacher should ask questions when they discussing some topics. It may be simple or difficult. And then the teacher can evaluate how the students perform in that class. If some students not listening to the teacher, and the teacher ask the questions to them, then they can't answer it. For such students, the marks for that component must be less. Every teacher should ask questions to their children when taking classes. It may be silly questions or maybe difficult. And when we starting a new topic, each teacher evaluates the students. When a teacher discuss some topic, a well listening student can answer to the questions, but the lazy students or the students not listening to the teacher can't answer the questions. In such way, by asking questions to the students, a teacher can evaluate the classroom participation of students. The 4 marks or the 3 marks, that is for CRP, that is classroom participation. And in our cases, for mechanics first paper, there is 3 credits. So it has an internal of 15. Okay. So in our case, the CRP have 3 marks. And for the test paper, 6 mark, that is 3 for first and 3 for second. In our case, there must be 3 internal tests. There is 3 internal tests for each unit. Sorry, 1 test for 1 unit. That is, there must be 3 unit tests totally. 1 test for 1 unit. Okay, then for internal purpose, for the evaluation of your internal, the best 2 must be considered. The marks of best 2 tests must be considered. And 3 marks for assignment. And there is a seminar or viva session. If we have enough time to conduct seminar, there is seminar. If we can't, then I will conduct Viva Pussy. For the first semester, your paper, your university paper having a total mark of 60 for your paper. It is the model of test paper. It is also conducted as the same pattern of university exam. That is, there is 3 sessions in the question paper. Short answer type. There must be 12 questions. Here the difference in the valuation of the answer script is, for the first session, each question have 2 marks. There must be 12 questions, and so there is total 24 marks. You can answer to the 12 questions. If the 12 questions are correct, you should score 24, but this session mark is sealed to 20. That is, a ceiling of mark must be there. For example, you should know 8 questions very well, so you should get 16. It is attempted not very well, it got only 1 mark each, then you should get 4 marks, then a total of 20 marks. Then you should get 20 mark here. That is, you have a freedom to write all the questions, and all the question should be evaluated. And we checking, can you get 20 mark? If you get more than 20, it is sealed to 20. And in the section B, there is 7 questions. each of have 5 marks. Then a total of 35. The ceiling of second section is 30. The second session may be paragraph type or problem type. Here also we have freedom to attend all questions. In the last session, essay part, 2 questions must be given. Here there is no sealing process. Only one question must be answered. So here the marks for question is 10 marks. Then you should have attend only one question. You must have 10 mark. Then a total of 60 mark. But here there is the question write the answers for 60 marks, but the questions having a total for 79 marks. That is, here there is questions for 24 marks, and here 35, and here 20. Okay, and here we can get only 10 marks, and here in the ceiling in the first session we must get 20, and in the second